Hello, hello. Welcome to the Go to Aesthetics Coach podcast. Woo! Okay, so a lot has changed since I did my last episode, and I'm excited to talk about it. Today is a super raw episode because I usually go in with notes. Today I was just kind of feeling the energy and felt like I wanted to share a few things about updating what's going on in my life and um, just kind of reflecting out loud about decisions that I've made that I feel like could resonate with someone. Because when I picture or I think about my past self, I would have wanted to hear this story as like a message and as proof um, to maybe take a certain action. So if this resonates with you, I'm very happy because I feel like it might for some people. So, where do I begin? Okay, let's talk. Okay, so I recently made a big change in my life about my career. And for those of you who kind of know like the history of like what I do, I had another career job that I dedicated years and years of my life to. I was in that industry for 12 years and loved it and did well with it and dedicated everything to it, thinking like I want to climb up the corporate ladder, and all of that, and that's great. But at some point in my life, something else was introduced and discovered, and it came from a passion. It came from like deep within my heart, and I created an opportunity for myself, which is my marketing agency, my coaching business, something that I've always done for about like in the kind of sidelines for the past 4 or 5 years. Um, and I've always done it as a side gig. Um, but I've loved every freaking second of it. And I've devoted so much of my life to it. And I've juggled a lot to be able to do that. And I put a lot of hours in, the blood, sweat, and tears kind of thing. But the thing with that is that it never felt like work. And that was the difference that I started to notice when I was working my corporate job. It started to feel like work. When I was working on my business, where my heart and soul was, it wasn't work. It was just me. And it I don't know, that was the difference that I started to notice. But there came a time where I was like, do I continue climbing the corporate ladder, which is the route that I've devoted my entire life to, or at least thought like I made that story that this is what I'm meant to do. I've already committed so much time to it, and I still love it, still super passionate about it. But there is something else that I was more passionate about. But and you, if you're listening, may have been in this situation at some time in your life, or may be in this situation in your life, and it can kind of be in different areas of life, right? We can come to a decision where we want to make kind of go one way, but we can't in our minds justify like taking that leap or making that decision, even though like that's where the heart is. Um, it took me a long time kind of contemplating like, what do I do? And I always just did it all, like, because I didn't want to let go of anything. But it's funny how the world works, because I really I'm spiritual. Like I believe in like, the universe and signs and all of that stuff. But I really feel like, the universe or life, whatever, it will send you signs and signals, and then it's up to us to make the decisions that carve a path. And throughout my journey so far, there's been things that have happened. We could say it's the universe or whatever, that has shown kind of insights on like, or like has shown a light on what path I could take and the potential of it working. But there is always something that held me back, and that something is fear. Fear holds us back from so much in this world. And if I were to say one thing to you, it's if you ever feel uncomfortable or you feel some kind of fear, that's the moment you got to jump in, because those are the moments where we have the power for such big transformation in our lives. And when we are feeling that uncomfortableness or that fear, the other side of that is something so beautiful. And that's something that I've really learned, and that this story I'm going to share with you really is evidence of this. So I decided to, well, I'm like, where do I want to start with this? There were a lot of signs going on with like what I should do. And throughout my corporate jobs, I was always allowed to have my marketing agency. And there were always things that happened that would pull me away from the marketing. Even though it was allowed and okay, there were people who didn't like it for whatever reason that weren't a part of it at all. And there are just a lot of things that happen that was always pulling me back. And I would always get pulled back and step back and feel restrained and sad. And like, I couldn't really like fulfill like and let loose all the things that I wanted to show to the world and bring to the world and bring to people. And this happened over and over for years. Eventually, these signs and things kept happening where eventually I just got to a point and I'm like, I think the world's trying to show me something. And I want to finally make this decision, even though it's the scariest thing, one of the scariest things that I've ever had, like one of the scariest decisions I've ever had to make. Because again, like you could have, it's the fear. It's the fear. You put your whole life into something, you're scared. What if? But I recently signed on with a new business coach. I'm all about self-development. If you know me, you definitely know that about that. And she's all about jumping into fear and all these things. So that combined with all the support I had around me from my friends, my husband, like it was such a beautiful thing to have that support that I didn't even know would be there. Like I knew like I have people around me that support me, but like the level of support that has been around me has been so beautiful, so inspiring, and I'm so grateful because everything and everyone around me has supported me to make this decision. So, quit my corporate job. I decided to quit my corporate job a week before I quit. And this is the interesting part. Before, or I should say this, before I made that final decision, things in my business are going really well. Like I've created so many opportunities for myself, like things that I can't even believe, honestly. Like incredible things. And it's gone really well, but I've never been able to take it to that next level where it's like, I guess it's like making everything. Like I've always been held back not to shine, like not to be too out there with it, even though I've been very out there with it, but there's so much more I want to do. And I have never been able to do that. Because there's always been people that kind of pull me back from it some way or form. Anyway, so once I made this decision, this mental decision, and it was my friend who pushed me to do it, and I love her so much and she knows who she is. I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then a week later, I did it. But before I actually did it, the decision, like the day I made that decision, which was like less than 2 weeks ago, everything changed. It's insane. Everything in my life changed. And I wish I knew that it would be like that sooner. But that's why I want to share this with you. If you are ever contemplating a big decision or something like going against fear or uncomfortableness, like do it, because oh my God, I'm so grateful. everything in my life changed in every aspect. Myself, I have this newborn energy and excitement and passion and freedom and depth, everything, like everything changed within myself. It changed at home. It changed at work. It changed my mind, like everything that you could possibly imagine changed in the most positive way possible in an instant. It's like literally like in an instant. That's the crazy part. Like within that, like right away. And it's like, so everything changed. And like people, opportunities just started pouring on my lap, and I didn't even have to go find it. It's just like everything was saying like, this is what you're meant to do, and you don't have to stress about it. You don't have to fear about it, because this is what you're meant to do. This is what your heart desires, and you just have to trust the process. And it can sound kind of cheesy and all that, but like this is legit real. Tons of clients started falling on my lap. And when I talk about clients, it's not like, because this is the business I made and this is what I love about it. When I talk about clients, it's not like, oh yeah, I'm going to make more money. It's not about money, is just like something that comes along with it. But the real like satisfaction out of this is that I'm doing what I want to do and what I'm passionate about and what makes me feel good. And that's helping people. I love working with men too, but I freaking love working with women, female leaders, entrepreneurs. I hear you. I see you. I want to work with you. I want to collaborate with you. I want us to all win. I want us to grow. And it's so doable. I've dedicated so many years of my life to self-development and to just being like the best version of myself that I can, to learning skills, skill sets in a variety of different industries and ways and perspectives. And it's all come together into this unique kind of skill set that I'm able to provide a consultative approach to the medical aesthetic industry. And the medical aesthetic industry is an industry that I picked because I love it and I'm obsessed with it. And the second I realized what it was and got a little taste of it, I did not leave, and I'm never going to leave. And I just made it my mission to learn everything that I can in every capacity that I could. And that's exactly what I did. I worked in a clinic as a clinic manager, so I get the practical side. I've sold the medical grade skincare for the top skincare companies. I've sold medical devices, so I understand that side of it. I do the marketing, so I understand that side of that. And it's given me such a unique approach to this consultative business because I understand the back end of every single angle. And because of that, and because I've done the work to dive in to learn everything I possibly could, from business mentors to courses to MBA to like literally everything that I could, I've completely dug myself into it. And I've created like a system, I guess you could say, or a system or a skill set that works. And I know confidently that I can work with a clinic and I can make them more revenue, and I can get all their staff booked, and I can elevate their online presence. And we're only getting better every single day and growing together. It's not just me. It's not just my team. It's like with my clients. And that's the best part. That's what feels good, is that we all get to do this together, and we're building this incredible community where we all just get this, we all want the same thing. We all get it. And it's like, we all can win. Let's do it. And we're doing it. And like, it's just the best. So I wanted to share that because I wish I could have listened to this years ago, because it might have given me an inkling of confidence to move forward with what I really wanted to do and set aside fear and not worry about all the what ifs. I'm excited. I'm so freaking excited. It's been crazy. I'm working with some amazing women, some entrepreneurs, and it's literally just the start. Everything is growing so fast. I've hired, oh my gosh, like 5 team members in the last 2 weeks. I've onboarded multiple clinics. I've elevated our offerings to you so that we can just give you the best possible results. And everyone that works for me is passionate and is from this industry, and they want to make a difference. And this isn't a job, this is a mission. So that's what makes it so much fun. We're doing crazy things. It's fun. We want to work with you, and we can't wait. So if you are wanting to save time to focus on your business because you're trying to tackle a million different things and maybe marketing is not your thing, if you need guidance because you've reached maybe a plateau in your business, or you're a new clinic and you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, or you're just so overwhelmed that you're just like, someone tell me what to do next, that's where we can come in. And that's where I can come in. Not only are we providing marketing, but we wanted to do this uniquely. And how we do that uniquely is that everyone on my team are industry experts. So this isn't a typical marketing agency. This is a team of experts in the industry who understand the ins and outs of the skincare, the devices, the clinic, the treatments, the education, everything. And that is why we get the good results, is because everyone understands what we're selling. And you need to understand what you're selling to portray the right message so that it's not just text, it's actually resonating to the other end, and we're bringing value to your new potential clients, and we're helping them find their solution. So, and the other unique thing about this is that, and I've never seen this, is that it's not just marketing. I've dove a lot into the coaching, and that's when I started to see really incredible results, because something I realized was that marketing's amazing and it's such a powerful tool. Oh my gosh, I've seen clinics triple their sales really quick. And the most successful clinics are the ones who've nailed the marketing. You'll notice that. Powerful tool. But what's even more powerful is if you get a little deeper and you realize that sales, business, marketing, medical aesthetics, to be the best and to really start growing and continuing to take it to the next level, it's more than marketing. It's coaching, because you need to understand how to keep growing in every aspect. And for me, and how I like to coach and do business with clients to show them how they get the results, is we do it from a deep place, like, in a sense that it's not fluffy. We get down to the real things that matter, that need to change. And that goes down to like mindset. It's not just business strategies. That's a part of it, yes, but it's so multifaceted. There's so many aspects, and a lot of that comes from the self. It's depth, it's mindset, it's self-development, it's killer marketing, it's coaching on systems, on culture, on sales, on so many things, right? Like, how do we market our devices? Well, I've worked in device, so I really understand that industry from a different perspective. How do we really sell our skincare and expedite those sales? Well, I know how to do that because I've worked with the top skincare brands. How do we do device and skincare together and then really take sales to the next level? Let's bundling. Well, we know how to do that. How do we train our staff to be killer sales reps on the floor, not just techs? We're all a team here. We're all reaching the same endpoint, the same goals. That's to grow as a practice, to grow as a team together. Are you training your staff? Are you incentivizing your staff? Those are things that are really important. And sometimes that can be missed because you're so busy trying to tackle everything on your own, and you're overwhelmed. And when you're overwhelmed, there's a cost, what do they call it? An opportunity cost. So it's an economic term. Opportunity cost is when if you're too overloaded, you're too overwhelmed, you have too much on your plate, there's a cost to that. And the cost is that you have a loss to the other opportunities around you. So that's where the angle I like to go in. On our first call, we're going to go deep. We're going to talk about not the typical questions that you'd probably typically talk about with a marketing agency, But because of that, we get to the root causes of what really needs to change. And we put right from the get-go, we're going to do the right things that we need to do for growth, for real results, for people through the door, not just a pretty page. I could talk about this forever, honestly. But I think I'm going to leave it with that. Oh my gosh. So excited. I literally just let's go. I hope that this was useful. Maybe there was a takeaway at some point in the story for you. That was the main reason I just kind of wanted to jump in here. I know I went on a bit of a tangent. That really came just from the heart. And I just, again, I didn't come in here with any notes. That's just really kind of where we're at. And I want to share that with the world. If you are someone who is feeling stuck in your business, again, we specialize in the medical aesthetic industry, reach out. There's no reason that we shouldn't work together. I work with everyone that I can. I make customized packages if I need to. At the end of the day, I'm human. And I want to make this work for everyone. I want everyone who wants to, put the work in and believes that they can to be able to do this, and we can help you. So if you think that there's anything that is holding you want to do it, you want to inquire, or you've been thinking about it, but there's something holding you back, talk to me. Because I'm sure we can figure something out. Again, I'm human. I've been through it all personally, literally, I was a single mom for years. I was a young mom. I didn't have much support for me. I had to grow up really fast. I moved out young, and at the end of the day, I've learned a lot of things in this world, in this life, that are hard. So I get it. If there are hard blocks stopping you from reaching out for services like this to grow your business and take things to the next level, but your heart is in it, you want to do it, and you're ready to put the work in, reach out to me. We will figure out a way. Because again, I mentioned it, money for me is the byproduct. I'm here on a mission. I'm here to make a movement. I'm here to build a community. I'm here to lift people up. And I'm here so that we can all win. And I know that we can do it. All right, guys, I'm going to go on forever. So I hope that you're all having a wonderful day. It is Saturday right now. It is oh my gosh. I just came back from a shoot at a clinic, and my car said it was 35.5 degrees. It's so hot. I'm not complaining. I love it. I could literally live in the sun, 100%. So if you are in Vancouver area, or Ontario, it's probably so hot there too. Enjoy the weather. Spend some time with family and friends, and just remember to enjoy life. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for listening.